Welcome back. As I mentioned, we have Dr. Dimitri Gruber here. Well, welcome to the studio. How are you today?
I'm doing great, Lisa. Thank you so much for having me.
Now, the last time that we spoke, it was a Zoom, but
Correct.
we talked a lot about what OC Vitality does, and there's a wide range of things that you take care of, which I think is great. But for those of us who don't know who you are, please let us know.
All right, well, my name is Dr. Dimitri Gruber, and I'm a doctor of acupuncture, and I'm the co-clinical director at OC Vitality right here in Laguna Woods.
Yeah, within our parking lot right here of the Community Services.
Yeah, right across the street.
That's great. Now, what is OC Vitality known for?
So OC Vitality is known for getting people who have a lot of medical issues feeling better. Just plain and simple. What we practice in the office is acupuncture, as well as other integrated medicine. So people have some kind of medical condition, and we have a solution, and we get them better.
Okay, that's awesome. Now today we're talking about peripheral neuropathy. And now I am familiar with neuropathy, but what does peripheral mean?
So let me just paint a little picture. Sometimes you are watching the evening news and the morning news, and you see a story of somebody who just ran their car into the front of a building.
Yeah.
And a lot of times it's somebody who's maybe 70 or 80 years old, and it's not that they have any type of mental issues or behavioral issues, it's because they couldn't feel their feet.
Oh.
And because that happens because of a later stage peripheral neuropathy. So what peripheral neuropathy really is it's the nerves on the hands and the feet basically dying. Mm-hmm. So there's many stages that start from when basically there's some kind of condition. The most common conditions that lead to neuropathy would be diabetes or chemotherapy-induced peripheral neuropathy. How it starts is somebody has a condition such as diabetes, and the blood vessels in the body are actually start to get injured. And so those nerves are fed by the blood vessels, and they actually start dying.
Okay.
So the first stages of peripheral neuropathy are when people start to feel pain or a burning sensation, tingling, even that pins and needles feeling when your arm when you sleep on your arm and it falls asleep.
Right.
Those are usually a neuropathy sign.
Okay. Now, something that I notice, I do feel tingling in my fingers and toes if I get cold. So if I'm swimming in the ocean, sometimes that happens. So is that something to be concerned about? I
wouldn't say it's something you need to be concerned about, but those are similar feelings that people with neuropathy are going to feel.
Okay.
So let's just talk about the nervous system a little bit and anatomy. So we have the central nervous system, which is from your brain and your spine, and then the peripheral nervous system, which is your limbs, your hands and your feet.
Okay.
Now, what is your body going to prioritize when you have some kind of condition such as diabetes? It's going to prioritize your organs and the vital things you need to keep alive, your heart, your kidneys, and your liver. The secondary thing is your hands, your feet. That's the peripheral nervous system.
Okay.
The main function of that is both sensory and motor. So sensory means what you feel, and motor means how you move and the strength in your body.
Okay.
So of course, the body is going to prioritize where the blood flows, and that's going to be your organs. So the first stage is your hands and your feet start to go.
Oh.
So when it first goes, you're going to be feeling that pain, the burning, the tingling, and then as it gets worse, the pain's going to go away, and you're going to get numb, and that's actually a worse thing because that's when the balance starts to go, and that's when you can't feel anything, and that's when you can get into an accident. And really, that just means you're going to lose your independence, lose your freedom,
Right.
and that's why peripheral neuropathy is such an important thing to really talk about.
Exactly. Well, what are some things that you can do to help people with that?
So in our office, the reason why we specialize in peripheral neuropathy is because our treatments, which include acupuncture as well as other types of electrical therapy, are amazing techniques to help increase blood circulation and also get the electrical systems in the body to flow correctly.
Right.
So if you think about what the nerves are, they're basically just those electrical signals from the brain to the rest of the body to make things go. When peripheral neuropathy is going, there's something called the myelin sheath, which is basically a layer of fat around the nerves that allows for the electrical systems to conduct really quickly because your brain is here and your limbs are here. So that electrical system needs to go as quick as possible. When you have peripheral neuropathy, that myelin sheath actually starts to deteriorate and eventually is gone. And that's when you're not able to actually move and do things as quickly and as you really need to be doing.
So for folks who don't know what acupuncture is, I mean, I do. I've had it done a number of times, and some people might be afraid of it. They don't know what it is. They might think it hurts. But tell us a little bit about some of the procedures that would happen with acupuncture.
Okay, so acupuncture very simply is we stick very fine metallic needles into specific spots on the body to increase the circulation and electrical conductivity in the body.
Right.
The needles are very, very thin and very, very sharp, so that most of the time you don't even feel it.
Yeah.
Especially somebody with neuropathy, most likely they're not going to feel anything when it comes to the needles. And then typically we'll hook up either some type of electrical system, or we do have needleless therapy for those that are completely terrified of needles, and that can also help with these type of conditions.
Okay. Oh, that's great. Give me an example of some of your other types of therapies.
Okay, so the other type of therapy is actually a very brand new type of microcurrent technology that's not very widely used, and it runs a very specific microcurrent using many very specific programs using leads. So what we usually do for cases like this is we do a combination therapy of acupuncture as well as this other therapy.
Now, the acupuncture, the actual definition of acupuncture, I mean, I don't know the exact one, but it does, you use pressure points, correct, for that? Or do you do different types of things?
So that's actually acupressure.
That's acupressure.
That's acupressure.
See, there you
so
go.
they use the similar points, but it's not quite as effective. With acupuncture, we're really getting a physiological change in the body. So when you're very precise and you know where you're going, the effects are actually almost immediate. Because if you think about the nerves, this is all electrical systems. So when we do acupuncture in our office, typically we're using the peripheral nervous system to affect a change in the central nervous system. And we get an effect within 6 seconds, and we'll know if something's working. Now, something with peripheral neuropathy where the nerves aren't working as well, it does take time, and it takes a lot of repeated treatments to get to where people really need. And that depends, we meet people where they're at.
Yes, exactly. Now, insurance coverage, how does that work with you guys?
So, at this time, Medicare just does not cover acupuncture for peripheral neuropathy. They are starting to cover it for certain conditions, actually just one condition, and it's chronic low back pain of an unspecified nature.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, and the kicker to that is while Medicare will cover that one code, they will not cover it actually done by licensed acupuncturists. Only MDs, and MDs can't practice acupuncture.
MDs, yeah, they don't. Oh, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, so right now it's not covered, but the good news is when you come into our office, what we'll do initially, especially for someone coming in for peripheral neuropathy, is we'll do a full evaluation, see where you're at, and then just give you our best recommendation of a plan that's going to get you better.
Okay, all right, that's excellent. Some insurance companies, maybe they'll have supplemental ones, are starting to cover acupuncture as well as chiropractic care and things like that. So it seems like some insurance companies are sort of coming into the 21st century.
Absolutely, and we have had cases where people have supplemental coverage for acupuncture as well as out-of-network benefits. So that's something that each individual would have to verify with the plan to make sure that they do have that coverage. And some people have just amazing plans, and we love those people, of course.
Yes, that's right, and they probably love that too. So let's talk about contact information. How do they get a hold of you? Okay,
well, we're located right here in Laguna Woods at 24361 El Toro Road. And you can visit us at ocvitality.com or give us a call at 949-215-1957. And we're located right next to the giant community center by the Jersey Mike's and the Happy Nails in that big orange building. So, we're just a golf cart right away.
That's true. That's true. All right. Thank you so much for your time and the information.
All right. Thank you, Lisa.
You're welcome. And remember, if you want more information, you go to ocvitality.com. We'll be right back.